Hey y'all. Hey. My name is Asia. I've now made this my fourth attempt at making this video, and I've been having issues. I've been having issues mainly because I have had the time to really reflect how broken my mind is, and it's become such a pain for me to realize that the only thing preventing me from getting what I desire and what I need is my head. And to be quite frank, this is something that I have battled with for maybe too long. I have really come to the realization that I've played victim for more than I would love to confess, because I've just accepted that things are just not in my control. Things are really things can be really fearful once I put myself into this energy of, well, now it's just me. Now it's just all I have is me. I've become the type of person to want to be able to save every. I would actually deem myself as Captain Save a Ho, right? Captain Save a Ho, is which is basically I term myself as Captain Save a Ho because I want to be able to save everybody. Um, I want to be able to help everybody, knowing that my cup is empty, or ignoring the fact that my cup is empty. Um, yeah. Yeah. Um, so this is just another confession for me, and almost a awareness for other people to realize that they're not alone. They're not alone. They are not alone. You guys are not alone in the mental conflict, the mental battle that you've been having. You're not alone. And honestly, it really comes to a point where you realize that you have to just get out of your own self, and sometimes that comes with a little bit of tough love and tough skin of knowing that you can't take everything too personal. um but you also have to realize that getting help is the first step, and sometimes that might be the fearfulest step of it all, because one, you don't want to admit that you need help, right? You don't want to admit to other people, like, hey, I've actually been struggling for quite some time, and it's become difficult because you want to be the person to want to help other people, but now you're in the situation of you needing to be helped. You're putting yourself into that situation of you're actually the person who needs to be helped, not the other way around. And so I really come to realize that a lot of what I've been doing lately has been in cycles of just overthinking and going off course, and not having a structure, and not having a plan, or not having a routine, which really heightens my anxiety and fear of inadequacy, or not feeling like I'm enough, or feeling like the world is against me because I am trying to figure out um, what it takes for me to really mm, what it takes for me to really, really push past this hump of fear, this hump of feeling like if I tell the world I'm in trouble, what are they going to think about me? If I tell the world I need help, how am I going to be helped? If I tell the world I need help, okay, where would that put me in? And I think another reason why is because let me speak for myself. I have, let's speak in the past because now is a new day, right? I have feared the idea of change. I've been so adamant on a certain direction and so adamant on thinking that I've been so adamant on thinking that a certain direction or a certain way of doing things is the only way. And if it's not the only way, well, now I feel like a failure because it, I failed, right? Like I failed, like I didn't do what I expected to do. And now I'm back at square zero or just zero, the 0 point. And now it's like a cycle, right? And so it becomes a little frustrating when you have to confess this one to yourself and then confess it to the world of failure. And that really is a big thing to want to admit, is that failure is part of the plan. Failure is part of the plan, and it is just something that it's something that I definitely understand now. It's something that I want others to realize, that you can admit to yourself that it is okay to fail. It is okay to understand that God got your back. It is okay to understand that even if, things may look like it's one way, you don't really understand the full velocity of the whole story. And that's also another thing that I want to share with you guys, which would be another video, right? Is the idea of perception and perspective. And that's something that I actually want a lot of people to see. I want you guys to understand what the difference between perception and perspective looks like, and how that has hindered your life, how that has hindered, moving forward or looking back. And so definitely look out for that, because I've come to a lot of, maybe not epiphanies, but a lot of just inner wisdom and understanding of what it means to really differentiate between those two words. But again, back to where what I was talking about. The idea of saying that now I need help becomes a little scary. It becomes scary because you don't want to admit that you don't want to admit that you've done wrong. You don't want to admit that you've let yourself down, or you don't want to admit that you let other people down. You just don't want to admit that the path that you thought you were going towards was something that the path that you're going towards is something that is not what you expected. But again, another part of me realizes that failure or losing is just another opportunity to say that you've won, because when you know and when you're aware of something, you have that knowledge now to realize what to not do in the moving forward. You know what to do not moving forward. And so yeah, I mean, one thing's for sure is that life life really be life. But I think one of the biggest things that we all have to understand is that it's really just the mindset. It's really just the mindset of understanding that your perspective and how you shift, how you pivot from whatever has happened in the past will only make you better. And so, as corny as that may sound, I am here for you guys just as much as I would hope y'all would be here for me. And I would love to continue building a community, because with community comes greater strength. You know, like they say, two people is better than one, three people is better than two, than one, you know. And so when you start to rally up many people that really begin to understand and are of likeness to where you are in that moment and who you are and who you want to be, there is so much success and so much love and wisdom and knowledge just from that small, not small, but just from that like community, you know, just from that community. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what you've been struggling with, and that's something that I can build upon, because Lord knows how much I have been struggling. Lord knows how much I just want to see myself win, but I just realized that, you know, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. So getting out of my own head and now just doing things that I know is authentic to me, doing things that I know is within my vision and my purpose. Those intentions alone makes everything worthwhile, because as time goes on, right, things get easier. Things get easier. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let me know how life is going for y'all. And yeah, all right. Peace.